Hi, it's Craig Metrowich for videocelebritynews.com, and I'm super excited and thrilled to be sharing with you today an amazing interview with a guy that I've got huge respect for. I've got Olaf van Tol next to me. Olaf is a contest director, and earlier on we were on Facebook Live sharing with you just the intro of what he does. So now I want to get into more detail. What does that entail? What is a contest director all about? He's handled for 5 years the amazing Red Bull Big Air contest out here, and he's going to go into some understanding of the event and excitement. So Olaf, tell us, what's the thrill of being a contest director? I mean, does your adrenaline pump? What's the thrill?
The thrill is if you've at the end of the event you've delivered the result, we got the conditions to actually have the event. That is actually the thrill, besides obviously watching the athletes on the water. Because you can relate to them so strongly, because I come from a competitive background as well, so I feel for these guys. I know they're putting everything on the line, and so that part on the water, and then when they get the respect they deserve, and we get the whole program done, that's the biggest
so
thrill.
So that energy going into a heat, like I'm getting on a buzz right now because I can sense that energy of going into heat. Your blood pressure's going up and you can't wait, and you just, like, in your mind you're saying, is that contest director realizing I'm ready to go? Why is he not letting me go? You understand that. You understand the rush and the adrenaline rush and the intensity of the situation because you've got that experience. Let's talk about your experience. You started on windsurfing, yay! Okay, at least you come from a great background.
Yeah, that's how I got to know you, Craig.
Correct.
Windsurfing. We've been windsurfing almost 40 years now.
Don't tell everybody that, man. I'm trying to tell everybody I'm super young. You're giving away my youth. So, on a funny note, I think will we ever become legends? Like you look at let's say a magazine and you see these pictures of these guys, and I always think to myself, oh my gosh, is that where we're heading? Are we finally going to be seen as a legend? Grey hair, long beard,
Yeah, like you, we have kids now, and it seems like you're growing up even quicker. Yeah. But now...
my daughter, in actual fact, my biggest worry, she might be the future Roxy Lowe, and she'll be saying, Dad, get up, we're going surfing, Dad, we're going windsurfing, or Dad, we're going kiting. So that's another challenge ahead of both of us.
On the other end, they keep you younger as well. They really let you know who you actually are. And I learned so much from my kids, my two boys, and you've got a daughter.
I've got a daughter, she's 4.5.
It's just amazing. It would be a miss if you... it's not.
In actual fact, I don't think I have a daughter. In actual fact, I've got a princess. If she ever watches this, she's an absolute princess. And everyone says, Craig, do you have a boss? Of course I do. My daughter's my boss. Who do you think I'm doing everything for?
And how old is she?
4.5. So imagine when she's 15, 16. You've got two kids, eh?
Yeah, I've got two boys.
How old are they?
They're 12 and 15. So
they're, you know about it, eh?
No, they're your best buddies.
So they've taught you your contest director skills. I've worked it out. They've actually taught you, because if you become a parent, right, they teach you a lot. They are what you're in charge of, not in charge of. Okay, let's get serious. Talk about your past experience, okay? So I know you were on the World Cup. Tell us what you did on the World Cup for windsurfing, and then let's head it towards kiting, because the audience that'll watch this, a lot of them are into kiting and they know your association with kiting. So let's talk about that.
I'll throw in a name, Sean Thompson. I was reading his book last night, and it's actually comparable to what I did. He was competing before actually there was a world tour. They were going to the surfing events around the world.
Right.
And as I started in windsurfing competitions, I won some small events, and then I went to the Canary Islands. And there, actually, all the riders sat down and they said, we in combination with the industry, we're going to now start the world tour next year. There's going to be a windsurfing world tour.
Amazing. So listen, I'm positioning the camera now deliberately because we said we were going to involve the whole audience in this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just get up, and I want to show, sorry, I'm just tilting it off. We're going to show the scenery here. There we go. As you can all see, the scenery is phenomenal here. It really is a beautiful, sensational, amazing day. Stay in the frame quickly there. Okay, and I'm just going to hit it up and up. You can see Table Mountain in the background. I mean, how beautiful is this spot, Dan?
Yeah, I've been traveling around the world, but there's a lot of beautiful places around the world, but we're very happy.
Cape Town's brilliant. Okay, let's get up. Let's make it real. Let's get up together, and I just want to show the venue that we're at so that people we'll get into the light show. So let's just turn together here. How's this? This is Cape Town, South Africa, for international viewers. Beautiful place, amazing. How's that? There's a bit of flare there. And then if you can just walk to the front, we're going to do the rest of the interview right here by the sea. And I just want to get us in the light here There we go. Sorry. Okay.
I'll follow
And
you,
get
no
the
worries.
move a little bit forward. So that's it. Wonderful. Right. So let's get back to the rest of the interview. Do you want to see? Hang on,
Yeah,
let's
so,
just show the scenery again. Bugger it, man. I mean, the
I'll-
scenery is better than our faces. Okay. So guess what? We are on air, live, and recording, and we've got people saying smile with our funny faces. And I'm saying, okay, chill.
Yeah, to come back where I
Yes.
was, where we left it is, so with the industry and the windsurfers, we formed this world tour. So the year after I was on the windsurfing world tour, I did that for more or less 14 years, and with 18 years of age, it was quite phenomenal.
That is amazing.
In a
That
new
is amazing.
sport, basically, and when it was towards my end of time, I ended up in Cape Town more or less, and then kitesurfing came around. So that was something
So in
new.
other words, when you like decided, okay, you've done the pro tour for windsurfing now, you've peaked, you were smart enough to go, okay, now I need to maybe be able to give back in another way.
Yes.
And you know, because I'm a business coach and inspirational speaker, and I love my extreme sports, and I do apply it in my business methodology. And there's nothing more exciting than when you see somebody run into the water, spend 1 or 2 hours, and then they come back off the water and they're on a high and they're on a buzz. It's such a beautiful feeling to see that, you know. And I see the same in business. In business, when you coach somebody and they get some success based on you sharing your failures, by the way, it is an awesome uplifting feeling when you see them, you know, reach a new high, reach their potential. Let's get to the kiting events. Okay, as a contest director, what does that entail? Let's go into a little bit more detail, right? So,
Okay, it starts before I actually travel to the next event. I'll make. I need to be aware what the rule book says. I'll make a specific kind of a notice of race, as they call it, and then anyone on the web can check that sort of information before they decide to go to that event.
Excellent. So you got to actually upload all the administrative requirements for the event.
Exactly. So potential competitors to see, I want to go there, I don't want to go there. So that in combination with the actual rule book, you know, there's obviously rules in place.
And also the logistics around the venue. I mean, you must go and scope out the venue. Will the venue work? Is it great for, let's say, the attendees?
There's a
how
whole
many
list of
people are going to
needs.
be? Or how many people are going to be there? Let's talk technology. Being a contest director, does technology play a big part in you running an event?
Oh yeah, it's amazing how it's changed. I mean, in my days, you would get an interview on a magazine, and you would be happy if you got a front page.
Yeah.
And
What, did we get front pages ever? With our faces? I don't know. No, on a serious note, yeah, you could get a front page, literally, on a magazine.
And nowadays it's all about likes on Facebook and Twitter and all the rest of it. So yes, the technology for judging, for instance, all our judges judge on tablets, and that goes to the main computer and to main screens. So we have main screens now on the beaches. The public can follow what kind of points are being given, what the riders actually.
So what I'm understanding has gone more real time, like similar to what we're trying to achieve here, is do real time, unedited, live as much as we can.
That's it.
But there are lots of stress around that because you can't control, for example, the signal. You know, I mean, that's the one fear factor I have when I'm doing anything live, is can I control the signal, you know, if I'm doing it from the beach.
Obviously, we have to send out guidelines to an event organizer what kind of download, upload speed we need to be able to run live, because the whole event, like what we're doing now, is actually live streaming.
Correct.
And so people can watch from wherever around the world.
Anywhere
like
in the world
they can watch the competition. And if we have a power failure or internet stops, that has a big consequence.
What is the Dutch word for that? Is it something like nachtmerrie in Afrika? It's a translation.
A nachtmerrie, a nightmare, exactly.
Okay, I thought I knew one word.
Yeah, we're very close with language.
All right, some more things around being a contest director. I'm thinking of you having a chat to your son. Your son says to Dad, I know you're a contest director. Is that a job? I realize it is a job. It's quite a serious job on the day, especially to coordinate everything. Let's talk about the people logistics. Let's talk about, the question is, what skills and attitude? It's a 2-point question. Let's start. What skills first, and then I'm going to ask you, what attitude do you need to have to be a contest director? You know, on the kiting professional circuit / your past experience dealing with other sports. Okay, what skills and what attitude do you need to have?
The skills you can't really learn in a book, as I said before. But what your skills require is all experience. Experience as a professional athlete, as a water sport.
Yeah.
Obviously, kitesurfing, windsurfing is quite related.
So your skill there is like reading. Like I tell people, there is a skill in reading the waves. Like we'll know the time lapse between sets. That's a skill to know that. If it's high tide, like earlier on, we were standing on the rocks. Then I said to him, "Listen, if we drown, it's going to be your fault," because he told me off his fancy watch, nogal technology, whether the tide's coming in or going out. So well done for that.
Yeah, no, I keep an eye on all those. You know, as I said earlier, it's all about planning the whole week or how long the competition is, and you plan it, and every hour or every day that program actually changes according to the weather forecast.
Correct.
What we accomplished on the day, and so it's a non-stop sort of thinking way ahead as the competition
So
is running.
are you a creative guy?
Yeah, very. We always have to have a plan B, and
Okay.
just when I think everything is running smooth, something will happen, and my whole plan
Okay.
falls to pieces. So then.
So if
I
you've got a
can't just
rigid
sit
plan,
around.
so that's an amazing skill then, because getting back to business, right? When I'm doing the business coaching workshops, I tell everybody it's got to be interactive, and not copy and paste.
Yeah,
Hence, I don't do death by PowerPoint, by the way,
that is
because
absolutely true.
you want that complete interaction. That in real time, if something happened, how would you then be flexible enough to restart your process, look at another way, and go out there and win new business? I mean, a practical example is innovation right now is changing so many things, positively for some industries and negatively for others. So a skill you've got, I would say, is being innovative and flexible and being able to project manage, but on the fly. That's quite difficult, hey?
Yeah,
It's not that easy.
you don't realize it. You sort
Yeah.
of think it's all normal, and I've
Yeah.
never really had a, let's call it a normal job.
Yeah, have you ever had a normal contest, a normal day at a contest? No,
Not really. It's
exactly.
you know, the days with when you can't do anything is hardly ever there. So
Yeah.
you're always busy. From no matter if you get up 2 hours before you normally get up,
Yeah.
you will always have surprises on the day. So as you say, you know, if you don't have the attitude or the capacity to be flexible and change and make it still happen in the moment, then you're in the wrong position as a contest director. Now I would have had a short reputation as a contest director.
Let's go to attitudes. As a contest director, you're dealing with a lot of people. You've got your own group of staff. I mean, you mentioned you had over 20 staff that are on your team that you personally have to make sure everything's, perfectly in coordination. Then you've got the people attending. So you'll have a huge amount of, let's say, kite surfers attending. Each one's got their own ego. Some might be pros. They've all got their own attitudes. Hey man, I'm the best guy in the world right
Absolutely,
now.
Craig.
Come on, give me the best slot. So you've got all those attitudes, and then you've got to be on point to have the right attitude to hang on guys,
Yeah.
are you like the chairperson to say, I disagree with the result? How powerful is your role as a contest director?
You have to be super flexible there as well. You have to be very approachable, because not from the competitors who are most of the time, especially if you come off the water after the heat, they're very emotional and overwhelming in a way.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to sort of to calm them down. So that's one aspect. Then I might be dealing with the camera crew, do the live stream and give them information, or if something not working at that moment, try to
Yes,
sort
yes.
of. It's very easy to just become angry and walk away, or
So your attitude, so are you an empathy? Have you got empathy? What is your type of attitude in a situation like professionally? Not as a person. As a person, you're a great guy. I know this out for many years. In actual fact, I'm a bit embarrassed. You know why? On the record, I went and checked his biography. I thought, what? He never told me he was this good at all these sports. Because I would go up to on the beach and I go, hey, I'm looking to do this maneuver. I see you doing it, and then I'd pick his brains. He never said to me, excuse me, I been on a world tour. And if you're asking me that question, I suggest you book a clinic. So I
Yeah.
like the fact you're very
great.
humble. But
Thank
getting
you.
back to the question, what is your attitude as a contest director? Would you suggest is the best attitude to have? Understanding, empathy.
humble and approachable. Those two. You need to
I like that.
hand out information
Yeah.
to everyone, from maybe even somebody who's a spectator and he happens to stand close to me. You can never be rude. You have to
Yeah.
be open-minded. You never know who you're talking to, besides all the crew that you know. You all know it's all live now. It's all happening now.
Yeah.
I can't stop it. I can stop the competition for a few minutes if we have to, but
You want to stay on that schedule.
you want to stay on the schedule. Everything has to run smooth, and then, as we said earlier on, the weather factors play a big role. Sometimes the wind drops, and it's very unfortunate. We've seen a really great heat, and then you have to stop the heat.
And then,
or even
then
abandon
the
it.
adrenaline's on a massive high, with everybody's on a total high, and then you announce, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to pause for the next 1 or 2 hours because we feel the conditions will be favorable later. You know, I get that.
And that's
that
for
is
everybody.
challenging.
Some competitors might argue on that one and say, hey, but for me it's still great. You know, why are we stopping now? So yes, it's you have to be very strict and very constant in your approach. What is suitable?
And to add, you need to be disciplined. Hey? You personally need to have a sense of discipline within yourself.
I went to the Navy for that for 4 years. I think I learned more discipline than ever. But to be being humble, I think is the
humble and approachable.
Humble and approachable, exactly.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up now. I just want to give some additional feedback to the people watching as to, apart from you being a contest director, being involved with kiting, traveling the world, you're also a dad, which is great. Where to next? So if you said to me, Craig, in 10 years' time, where do you think the industry is going with technology? Have you got any ideas? I mean, there's big sponsors involved now. The athletes, I mean, think about it, is most athletes today are at a professional level. They do it as a full-time job. They're not like kind of doing 5 or 6 different things at the same time. They are on the circuit and they're doing it as a full-time job. Where do you see this, let's say stick to kiting for this, where do you see kiting going? I see it as an exciting, thrilling sport. There's foiling now as an example. Is that going to play a part, do you think? What do you think is going to play a part just going forward?
Yeah, it's already, as a contest director, go to big racing events where people race with a kite on a foil board, and you hardly need more than 5-6 knots. So you can go anywhere in the world and have racing events like that. So
that changes the whole dynamics of the entire tour.
It's amazing. I mean, the days that you thought we can't do anything today, and then there's somebody pulls up his kite with 5 or 6 knots of wind and we're full on racing the whole day. And you don't even see whitecaps on the water, and you think like,
well, how are they going?
they're going 3 times the speed of the wind. It's just phenomenal. And so where I see it going, it's I hope it stays sort of real and pure and simple, but it's I don't want to give my age, but I think everybody will be walking around with a 6th sense around the neck, and you can follow everybody individual, just like in Formula 1.
In actual fact, they'll have all virtual headsets. Yeah, I can kind of see that as well. But that's technology. We can't fight it. We just got to adapt to it and embrace it. Right, to summarize, my name is Craig Metrowich. This is for videocelebritynews.com. Please also go and look at the Facebook live feed we did earlier on at facebook.com/Metrowich. And my final parting message is, be part of the light. Share the love.
Thanks, Greg.